Racing in the Eastern Cape is in its normal time slot again this Friday, where we race once again on the Poly surface for the 8 carded races. We get underway 25-1 with the first of the races, and that is the maiden juvenile plate for the fillies over 1,000 meters. Here it definitely is number 6 Lemon Pepper that catches my eye, and I tip her to beat number 5 Ladonna Mia and number 8 Take Control. Now Lemon Pepper has run 3 very good races so far in her 3-run career, 3rd, 2nd and 3rd. She's a horse that's shown a lot of pace in her races, and as a result I'm really excited to see her trying the Poly surface, where I think she's going to be very well suited. She got the closest yet last time out when trying 1,000 meters for the first time, and the 1,000 meter dash definitely suited her more than the 12 she had so far run over. So couple that with now the faster, tighter circuit of the Poly and the fact that she's been fitted with blinkers, you've got to think that there's a good chance she's going to fly to the front and not look back. Number 5, Ladonna Mia, is in steady form. She's shown encouraging improvement in each run to date, and on the form she is showing, she should be in the mix. Number 8, Take Control, debuted in the Eastern Cape last time out. The yard was slightly disappointed with her run. It was by no means a bad one, but they had expected her closer, and they are hoping for even better here. Race 2 over 1,300 is another juvenile plate. This for the fillies again, another maiden juvenile plate. And 8-4 are my selections. Here, Sugar Snap gets the nod for my pick for the win, ahead of number 2, Chocolate Ruffles, and 4, Grace Lightning. Sugar Snap was green on debut. She dwelt in the gate. She lost 2 lengths. She was never really comfortable traveling, and everything about that run really marked her as green. I do think she's going to come on, and in this field, any improvement on that run really does put her in chance for the win. Number 2, Chocolate Ruffles, hasn't yet really shone, but I do believe that she's needed her 3 runs to date. She's going to come on from this, and trying the Poly for the first time, we could see more from her. Number 4, Grace Lightning, poor run last time out, but her prior form does show her capable of better. Some of her best runs have been on Poly, and she's certainly better than that last run. So draw a line through that, she can earn here. Race 3 is an open maiden plate over the mile trip. 3, 2 and 1 are my numbers of interest. I lead with Purple Frontier, who showed really good improvement last time out on Poly debut and just failed, ending up in 2nd behind De Monte by only 0.1 of a length. Now, he's got to follow up because his 2 runs prior to that were not exciting, but you've got to feel that the change of surface really brought about some significant improvement from him, and back on it he can make his presence felt again. Number 2, Hikaru, he's really holding form well. The runner up in both of his later starts makes him an obvious choice for the shot at victory, and I do think wherever Purple Frontier is, he'll be right there. Number 1, Clito, positive local debut last time out. He'll try the local Poly for the first time. He has previously started on it in Natal, though he hasn't shone on it. His promising debut when running 2nd half a length of Shades of Blue last time out makes him one to consider. Race 4 is the Racing Association maiden plate. We step up to the 2,200 meter trip here. 1, 4 and 3 will be my first 3 selections. Highway Star admittedly does stand out for me here. His last 2 runs have seen him finish in 2nd, and by very narrow margins, going down 1/4 of a length to Wiley's Tractor, and last time out by only 0.1 of a length behind Burnt Horizon. He is in great form. The yard do expect him to enjoy the little bit extra that he tries here, the previous runs being over 1,900, and his form does stand out. Number 4, Swanking, on his last run, he came from the clouds, and although he was still well beaten lengthwise, he did get into that 3rd spot, and the way he finished off over 19 suggests he's going to love the extra up to 2-2 here. So I'm expecting more from him and do think he's got potential. Likewise for number 3, Hookham, he will debut on the Poly here. The yard are expecting a good run, and last time out he showed improvement on his form to finish in 4th behind Inner Space. That was over 2-4. He'll have the Apprentice Claim here, and another horse I do think can find the money. Race 5, mare rated 86 handicap over the 1,900 meter trip. This is a lovely field. It really is a field where quite a few have chances. And the horse that really catches the eye, number 2, Ancient Times, I certainly am with him here. I do think, though, that he must expect very, very healthy challenge from number 5, Meerkat, who is slightly better off at the weights to him here, and number 3, Upper 10. Ancient Times looks for 3 on the trot, and in total 4 career victories, as he has won his last 2, beating Bush Fever and Meerkat by decent margins over Track and Trip in his last 2 outings. So he's on a roll at the moment. He's holding form well. He was punted up the ratings for that last win. Understandably, it was a very easy one, but I do think that he is progressive and there is more to come from him, and I do think he's got a really good shot at making it 3 in a row. In saying that, number 5, Meerkat, has really regained form since her slide down the ratings, and she just is improving with every single run of recent. She bumped Ancient Times a few runs back, ran second to him. Here is 5.5 kilos better off for a 3 3/4 length beating, and she has since followed up with 2 decently placed runs. In fact, going down only 1/4 of a length in second in her last. I think she's going to give him a lively challenge. Number 3, Upper 10. Also, I think better than her last run, which was on turf. She has shown to be outstanding on poly. She has won over course and distance, and I also think that she's definitely worth a mention here and can find the frame. Race 6, the merit rated 68 handicap over the sprinting trip of 1,000 meters. So we're back in distance here. 10, 6, and 7 is how I will be going. Number 10 is Spanish Fort. I do think better to draw a line through that last. It was over 1,200, and he is without a doubt a 1,000-meter horse. I think he'd actually prefer it if it could be a 900-meter race, but his 2 prior runs on the poly over 1,000 were decent placings, and coming in here weighted best of all 53.5, which is par for the course with the ratings, but nevertheless a lightweight to carry. I do think we can see more from him. Number 6, Angel Bouquet, touched off in her last. It was ladies only company. Here she takes on male opposition as well, but she's got the apprentice claim, she's got pole position draw, and she is running in form. Don't overlook her. Another Cliffy Miller runner which catches the attention is number 7, Elegant General, falling into a similar boat as Spanish Fort. He didn't shine last time out, again over 1,200, and much like his stable companion Spanish Fort, he is at best over 1,000 meters. So don't be leaving him out either. His last run is best disregarded. Race 7 is a novice plate over 1,300 meters. Some lively competition here. For me, the horses that catch the eye, the horse I'm tipping to win, number 1, Blinking, and the horse I'm tipping for second, and that is number 7, Diplodenia. I don't think that number 3, Mousy on Over, is out of it as far as the placings are concerned either. But Blinking is certainly the horse all eyes will be on. He was a competent winner on local debut last time out, went streaking clear of Life on Mars to come away 6 1/4 length winner. Life on Mars franking the form in his next start. It was a very easy win. He came from off the pace and won going away, and it really did catch the eye. Question is now, can he do it on poly? I don't think at all that the surface is a concern. I do worry that he's a horse that likes to come from off the pace, and sometimes you run out of runway on the way home down the poly with the short home straight. I do think though he has proven to be a cut above, and he could get away with it here. So number 1, Blinking for the win, or should get away with it rather. Number 7, Diplodenia. I think that she is definitely a horse of interest. She's got fair form behind her, bar her penultimate, where she did have valid reason for stopping. She had tried the blinkers for the first time. She totally over-raced and therefore ran out of steam, and all her prior form is useful. So Diplodenia, don't overlook her, especially with her coming in with that best weighted advantage. I do think she can show some cheek. Number 3, Mousy on Over, is holding steady form at the moment, and he must be included in trifectas and quartets. Moving on to the last of the afternoon, always save the toughest race for last, and the Fillies and Mares 68 handicap over 1,200 is certainly that. I will say though, there is some nice form here, which always makes it a pleasant problem. The 3 or 4 runners that really catch my eye here are number 10, and that is At Your Request, the Jean Nel runner. Then I think Tara Lang has got a very strong hand with number 2, Fort March, and number 5, Madame Seville. They'll be my first 3 selections. I do think, though, that a horse like number 11, Abia, is not out of it either. But starting with my first choice, At Your Request, her form is self-explanatory. Her last 2 runs have seen her finish second in both. In fact, last time out she bumped Madame Seville, whom she meets again here, running second to her by only a quarter of a length. She is a kg better off. That will stand her in good stead. Her 2 good seconds have both come over course and distance. She's drawn neatly here, and everything looks set for her to run another big race. The first of the Tara Lang runners that come into the selections for me is number 2, Ford March. And this filly ran a really good race last time out, considering she came off a break and needed it, and went down in 4th behind Microbe. She gets pole position draw here, and she'll be showing a lot of cheek, a bit fitter. Madame Seville races off back-to-back victories, and as such she certainly can't be discounted either. She left the maidens in her penultimate, won again last time out, and is holding form very well. She's a course and distance winner, and looking for a hat-trick, she has to be respected. The PA will start off in race 2, which is off at 1:10. And in this maiden juvenile plate for fillies, I have elected to go with 3 selections to kickstart the PA, including all of number 2, Chocolate Ruffles, 4, Grace Lightning, and 8, Sugar Snap. They are all involved in my first 3 selections as well. Also, go with the 3 runners in the second leg of the PA, and here horses 1, Clito, 2, Hikaru, and 3, Purple Frontier get the nod to go in. I do think this is quite a competitive looking event, and do think that hopefully we can get a few in as far as the PA are concerned. Those are the horses that definitely grab the attention. Banker for leg 3 of the PA, and that is number 1, Highway Star. His form really stands out for me, and I do think he's knocking very hard to leave the maiden ranks. Race 5 will see another 3 inclusions, 2, 3, and 5. I think this is a lovely lineup, and there are a few with chances. Ancient Times heads the pack for me, and I will add in as well number 3, Upper 10, and 5, Meerkat. Race 6 will see another 3 selections, and they are 6, 7, and 10. Angel Bouquet, Elegant General, and Spanish Fort. Quite a competitive field this, and there are actually a few others you could even think about including, horses like Mojito Magic and Pluviophile, which are 3 and 4, but I'm just going in with my first 3 selections. Race 7, and the penultimate leg of the PA here for me, a banker, number 1, Bling King. I explained my concerns about worrying if the Polly could be a little bit quick for him, but I think he'll have the class to overcome it, so I feel quite safe with him as a banker for the PA. Last leg, always got to go wide in our lovely competitive last race of the day, and here the Tara Lang runners are both really big runners in the way of Ford March, horse number 2, Madame Seville, horse number 5, and then the Jean Nel entry, and that is number 10, At Your Request. Going back to race 3 to get the pick 6 underway, and here the numbers of 1, 2, and 3, Clito, Hikaru, and Purple Frontier. I will add in number 4, Royal Shindig, who is holding a steady form, as well as number 9, Constellation Code, who is a youngster taking on older horses, but he could have upset ability trying a little bit extra this afternoon, as well as the Poly Surface for the first time as progeny of Duke of Marmalade. Second leg of the pick 6, and I stick with that banker of Highway Star. I feel this fellow is really knocking, and yeah, it would be well deserved. Race 5, PA numbers 2, 3, 5. They go in for the pick 6. I add in 1, 4, and 7. Palo Alto and Aryan Express, stable companions, and both better horses than their last runs may suggest. And number 7, Super Noir, who might step up in class, but he's got no weight on his back over a little bit of distance and is in good form at the moment, so could have the ability to upset. Again, the numbers of 6, 7, and 10 from the PA go into the 4th leg of the pick 6, as well as horses 3, Mojito Magic, 4, Pluviophile, definitely runners, and 8, Curious, who looks to be on the up again. The 1300 meter distance of the 7th race. Banker here for the PA, Blinking, will be a banker as well for me as far as the pick 6 is concerned. So hoping for another big performance from the Gimme the Green Light colt. Last leg of the pick 6 and 3 numbers for the PA, 2, 5 and 10. I go even wider as far as the pick 6 is concerned. Number 1, English Princess, might be having her post-maiden run, but her maiden win was a very easy one. Number 3, Rimini, the yard were disappointed by her last time out and they are expecting better. Number 6, Storyland, looks to be on the up with the fact that her merit rating has really slid down. Number 9, Cucosis, ran on very well last time out and can do so again here. And of course number 11, Abia, comes in as the lightest weighted campaigner in the race and in some very steady form, and I do think she's in with a bit of a shout. The jackpot basically sees me covering for my pick 6 bankers, and it is a case of just in case. So with the first leg of the jackpot, seeing the banker for the PA and pick 6 of Highway Star, I do add in numbers 3, Hookham, and number 4, Swanking. The second and third legs of the jackpot run across the same lines as the pick 6, and again with the banker in the last leg of the jackpot, well, the banker for the pick 6, which is the last leg of the jackpot, I do add in number 7, Diplodenia. If I have to pick a horse that could upset Blinking, it could just be her, with the fact that she's got that best weighted advantage behind her. It could really help her. As far as value bet and best bet is concerned, let's start with the best bet. I do think that is in race 1, horse number 6, Lemon Pepper. I'm really looking forward to seeing that pacey filly on the poly, fitted with blinkers. I think she got a good chance at leading everyone a merry dance. And for value, I'm expecting better in race 6 from number 10, Spanish Fort, now that he is back to the 1,000-meter trip over which he is best suited. It is a competitive race, but that's the reason why he'll be a little bit wider in the pricing and a little bit more value about him. Well, thanks for listening to me as I gave you a quick run through of what to expect from the Fairview card on Friday. Wish you the best of luck.